Everybody, good morning. Good morning to everyone. Good morning. Good morning to those of you that may be joining us live on Facebook, and good morning to those of you joining us live via Ustream on YouTube. This is Skip and Melva Henderson, and we come out every morning on Fresh Baked Manna to add value to your life. Our desire is to build the life and the faith of the believer worldwide because we believe that that's the mandate on our lives. Our desire is to strengthen you, to help you be the best version of you that you can be, to be the person that God is looking for in these here last and evil days. So I want to just welcome all of you. Those of you, Sharon, I see you. You've been sitting for a minute. Thank you so much for your patience and joining us. Karen, Nakomi, Raina, Patricia, good morning to all of you. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Arlene, you guys jump out of Clubhouse. Vanessa, Kim, good morning. Tanya, Nicole, Sandra, all of you joining us on Facebook Live, and then those of you joining us on Ustream. We're going to be talking this morning about mentorship and why mentorship is so important. You know, Skip and I we've had some challenges along this area in our lifetime. And one of the things that I said to Skip several years ago, I said, I know that there are things that you're looking for, that you would really love for someone to come and mentor you. And so what you have to do is you have to seek out a mentor, because a lot of times those mentors don't come for you. You have to go for them. And so what we made up in our mind is that we were going to be what we needed someone else to be for us. What someone was not for us and how someone didn't show up for us, we made it up in our mind that we were going to be that in someone else's life. And so we took initiative and we began to look for individuals that could invest in our lives. And so why is having a mentor in your life important? Why is that important, Sharon? Why is that important, Ernest? Why is that important, Gina, Farina? Why is it important for somebody else to be speaking in your life? It's important because you are important. That's why it's important. It's important because you are important. It's important because the person that you're drawing from is important. Did you want to say something?
No, keep going on.
Mentoring is important because the Bible teaches us. The Bible mentors you. You know, mentorship in its truest form is really discipleship. It's you connecting with someone and you becoming a pupil, because that's what discipleship is that you becoming an intern of somebody else. And the Bible is filled with verses of scripture regarding discipleship, or what we call mentorship. When you look in Proverbs chapter 27, verse number 17, it says, iron sharpens iron. So one man sharpens another. What is that? That's mentorship.
But let me say this. Let me add that to this. And I said this Friday night, but it works here. I had JaVale Williams make us one of the most.
What's his name? You can't shout him out and not tell folk who.
JaVale Mr. Barbecue.
Mr. Barbecue. The Mr. Barbecue. All right.
He had smoked us a brisket. And, you know, I'm not a chef. I don't claim to be one. I don't care how many hotels I stayed at. I'm still not a chef. And so he said, this is how you cut it. I said, okay. So I brought it home, and then our chef came in, and I asked him to cut it for us. And he cut it. And he grabbed one knife out of the drawer. And he grabbed that knife, and he began to cut the meat. But as he cut it, it was taking more effort than he felt like it should have. So then he grabbed the sharpening tool out of the drawer, and he began to rub up against that knife. He began to rub up against that knife, and after he got it to a place where he thought it was good.
Iron was sharpening iron.
Iron was sharpening iron. Then he began to cut that meat, and it was like cutting like a warm knife through butter. But that's what discipleship, sharpening, mentorship does. It takes you and it helps you do what you do better. Do what you do better. Do what you do with the same amount of effort, but a whole lot more efficiently.
Right. It makes you precise.
Right.
When you have somebody in your life that's already gone through where you're trying to go, and they've done what you're endeavoring to do, and you can turn around and look to them and say, there is a perfect man that I'm interested in following, because the scripture tells us to mark them. It doesn't say to be exactly like them. It doesn't say to clone them, but it says mark them. In other words, pay close attention to them, because the end of that man is peace for you. And it depends on what sector or mountain of society you stand on. There is someone doing something at the level that you want to be doing it at. And in many ways, sometimes you want to excel or exceed where they are. But the important thing is to get on the path where they are, so that the things that they know can begin to impact your life. This week, you got the opportunity to spend some time with Chris Broussard. Right. Why? What is Chris Broussard doing? I'm just using this as an example. There's something that Skip desires to do, and Chris Broussard is doing what he desires to do.
Yeah, Chris Broussard is Fox Sports News. He also has he's a co-host of his own sports show. And I got a chance to invite him on my show, as well as Keeping It 100 this year. We kept it a buck, 100, baby. And so
my name was covered up, so you need to go to this side. Yeah.
Keep it a buck, baby. So anyway, so what Chris does, I said to him, after the show, he said, I love your show. I said, Chris, what can you tell me, or what can I do to make my show better? He said, Skip, here's my number. Let's stay connected and let's grow together. What is that? That's somebody who's saying, okay, now Chris is younger than I am, but he's so much far advanced in this area that now I have someone who can mentor me, who can help me, who can sharpen me and get me to that next level, because I made the connection. And one of the things, Bishop Hines said something so amazing. He said, fathers don't normally choose their sons when it comes to spiritual
fathers and mentors.
Right. Mentors don't usually choose their mentees. Usually the mentees choose their mentors, which means if you see, and Pastor Melva said, mark the perfect man, that really perfect doesn't mean flawless. It means the mature one. Who is more mature in the area that you're trying to go in? Who knows more than where you are? Who's experienced more than where you are and where you're trying to go? Watch them.
Right.
That's what it's saying. Watch them. If you just got married, you watch people who's been married for 30, 40 years successfully.
Right.
You watch people who's been married for 5, 10 years successfully. Watch them. Right. Mark them.
Right.
Okay. That's somebody I need to be watching.
Right. That's a great point, because what we did before we got married, and this is for all of the unmarried people that are out there listening, because we believe that marriage begins with the unmarried, because you got to be unmarried, even before you get married. But we believe that marriage begins with the single people. And so when you think about the fact that one of the things that we did is we sat for years under a married couple that was having success in their marriages. Their marriage was not perfect, but we got to watch them. We got to pay attention to them, because we didn't really have excellent examples of great marriages in our family. I think we had one marriage in my family that did well. And then two. Then my Uncle Johnny, he transitioned, but he and my Aunt Annie's marriage was a successful marriage. And then my Uncle Al and my Aunt Linda, their marriage, those were the only 2 marriages that we had. And so all of the other marriages in my family failed. And so I didn't really have a pattern. And even though I got to watch my aunts and uncles in their marriages, when I would be in their presence, I never got an opportunity to study and getting up close to see what was going on. Well, this couple afforded us that opportunity to get in, to come, to learn, to sit down, to listen to them, talk to us line upon line, precept upon precept about the value of marriage. And we begin to grow. That's what a mentor presents for us. It presents opportunities to grow and to stabilize in areas and places of your life that had you not been around them, you would not know it. And so mentors are important. And this is going to be what we're going to be talking about all week, because we want to see you grow.
Yeah.
You want to do your thing, and you can have mentors in multiple places. You know,
Right.
it's just every person that's in my life can't teach me everything that I need to know.
Right.
And so when I want to learn how to do something in one area of my life, I have a mentor for that. I have a business mentor that I go and sit with once a year. I have a spiritual mentor that I look to. I have a mentor that teaches me about all things feminine. And so whatever I want to grow in, I'm looking for people who have excelled in those areas. And that's how I mark them. I listen to them. I take health mentor. Dr. Don Colbert is my health mentor.
Yeah.
I've never even met him personally. Well, yes, I did. I did meet him personally.
Really
but he's
good.
somebody that I listen to and that I draw from whenever I need wisdom and direction for my health.
Yeah, but that's the key. And I think it's from a mentee standpoint, it's absolutely unfair to think one person can be everything you need.
They can't.
Because that's when you'll be disappointed.
Yeah.
And so and that's a problem, because again, I've said this before, disappointment is when, you appoint someone in your life to mentor you. They do something that lets you down, and then you disappoint them. You take them from that place. And this individual never said I can be all things. I just said I could be great in the area that I'm in.
Right.
And so.
And it's not fair to put those kind of expectations on people that they're going to meet every need that you have. But there is value that they can bring to your life. And so the key is finding out, what is the place of value that this particular person can add to my life? And how can I not only come and pull from them, but how can I increase them? Because to me, mentorship is about an exchange.
Right.
I'm never going to go and sit with someone and pull and never give back. And we'll talk about that this week. But today we're just talking about, why is a mentor important? It's important, as we said earlier, because you are important. And I'll close with this. Proverbs 22:6 says, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. There are areas in all of our lives where we are the child.
Yeah. Definitely.
Where you are the one that's starting out new. In this music space, I am a child. And so what am I doing? I'm getting around people that know the business, the music business, and I'm learning. Why? Because I'm marking the perfect person and I'm growing. My mission at some point is to be with CeCe Winans. I'm going to continue doing. I want to go to her. I want her to be my mentor in the CCM market. And so just wanted to share that with you all, as we've got to close this up. Is there something you want to say?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
This is great conversation. We hope that we've said something today that's added value to your life, because you are valuable. You are valuable. And that's why we come out every day to share what we have to say to you, because we believe in you. We believe the best about you. You're valuable. God bless you all. This is Skip and Melva Henderson. We are Fresh Baked Manna Live. No, this is Fresh Baked Manna Live. We are Skip and Melva Henderson, and we want to help you be the best version of you that you can be every single day, because can't nobody beat you being you.
But you.
But you. God bless you. We'll see you tomorrow.